Hello and welcome to another video. This time we're going to talk about the verb gostar and the preposition de. Gostar, preposition de. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe now and click that bell to get all the notifications. Okay, so let's carry on. This is actually an article in a magazine called the East Algarve Magazine that I wrote. And if you get that magazine, you'll be pleased to know that there's a video that goes with it. And if you're watching the video, you'll be pleased to know that if you get the magazine, you will get all the written content from this video too. So let's carry on. So one of the things that many students say to me is that they have difficulty with the prepositions. But they're not the only ones, because the prepositions can be difficult in any language. So we're going to take a look at the verb gostar and the preposition de. It's a simple rule. The verb gostar uses the preposition de. We don't have to know why or why is it like this. A lot of people say to me, well, why does it use it? What does it mean? There's no real translation. We just have to learn that when we say we like something, we have to use the preposition de. So let's take a look at some examples. Eu gosto de Portugal. So you don't say eu gosto de Portugal. You say eu gosto de Portugal. In English, we don't need this preposition, but in Portuguese, we're going to use it when we're going to follow the preposition with a noun or even a verb. So when we say we like something or we like doing something, we're going to use this preposition de after the verb. So let's take a look first of all at the verb gostar. So gostar means to like. When we conjugate the verb, we don't say eu gosto de, tu gostas de, no. We just say eu gosto. So let's see. Eu gosto. Tu gostas. Ele gosta. Nós gostamos, eles gostam, vocês gostam. So you see, ele, you can use ela as well. You can say ela gosta. So ele gosta, ela gosta. They're going to use the same conjugation. The same for você. Você gosta. It's going to be você gosta too. So basically this one is a 3-in-1. It's good for ele, ela and você. And eles gostam mean they like. This is an important difference here. Eles gostam means they like. Vocês gostam means you all like. So these are slightly different. The você here and the eles, in the plural, it's slightly different. So vocês is like the plural of you. You're saying yous like. It's like you're pluralizing the word you when you're speaking to more people. So let's make a few phrases. Eu gosto de chá. Now note that I've put in general. I'll get back to that later. Tu gostas de cães. Ele não gosta de sopa. Now you can substitute again ele, ela, você to make a new phrase. So instead of saying ele não gosta de sopa, you can say ela não gosta de sopa. Or você não gosta de sopa, you can even turn it into a question. If you put a question mark on the end of this, it becomes a question. So instead of saying ele não gosta de sopa, you can say ele não gosta de sopa, and you're asking, doesn't he like the soup? It's very interesting the way they do this, because we don't actually change the word order, we just change the way we say it. Nós gostamos de andar na praia. Nós gostamos de andar na praia. So you see, we're using de before we use this verb here. Nós gostamos de andar na praia. So here we're not using a noun, we're using another verb. Eles gostam de ver futebol. They like to watch football. Again, we're using the preposition before the verb. So it comes after the main verb that we're using at the beginning, to like, and then it comes before this verb. Because some people get this confused and they might construct a sentence like this: Eles gostam ver de futebol. No, the de will always come after the gostar. Always. Vocês gostam de viver em Portugal. You like to live in Portugal. Again, if you're asking a question, you can say vocês gostam de viver em Portugal, and that becomes a question. It's very simple, really. You see, in English, we say you like to live in Portugal, but then when we make a question, we have to say, do you like? So notice that the preposition is always coming after the verb. Always coming after the verb and before the noun or the following verb. Gosto de chá. Gostam de ver o futebol. Now, we also have what they call contractions. This is when the preposition de is going to change to do. And de to the. I always think of the police song, the do, the da, da, da. And that can help you if you remember that, if you're as old as I am. So the de and the u. So that is basically means of the, from the. Although the de after the verb gostar doesn't technically mean anything in English. But when we're speaking about things more specific, that is going to change from a de to a do or a de. So the contraction works like this. The de plus the o, u, makes do. The de plus the makes the. So we're going to use this before masculine nouns, and we're going to use this before feminine nouns. This is not going to be used before another verb. So let's take a look. Eu gosto do chá. So here we're being more specific. We're not just saying I like tea. We're saying I like the tea. So it could be the tea that I bought or that you gave me. Tu gostas do cão. You like the dog. Ele não gosta da sopa. He doesn't like the soup. So we're talking about a specific dog, a specific soup, a specific tea. We're not just saying I like tea in general. We're saying I like the tea. Yeah? Eu gosto do chá. Eu gosto do frango. So somebody's just made some chicken and you're eating it. Eu gosto do frango. So this will only happen when there's a noun coming after the preposition. So we're not going to say nós gostamos do andar. We're not going to say vocês gostam do viver em Portugal. So nós gostamos da praia. Nós gostamos da Praia da Rocha. We like Praia da Rocha. So we're talking about a specific beach. Vocês gostam do Porto? Do you like Porto? Some cities will use an article before the name. Now, if you want to ask somebody if they like something, like we did here, you don't change the word order, but you have to raise the tone a little at the end like you would in English. So, for example, gosto de Portugal? Do you like Portugal? Gosto. Gosto de Portugal? Gosto. So as you can see, when we're responding, we're not responding with yes. We're responding with the verb gosto. Gosta de Portugal? Gosto. So in the negative, if we say we don't like something, we are going to use the word não before the verb. So somebody asks, gosta de cães? Do you like dogs? Não gosto. I don't like, or I don't. Because in English we're using the auxiliary verb do. Do you? I mean, what does this actually mean even? Do you like dogs? It's very strange. And then you say, I don't. For foreigners, this is very difficult because they normally use a basic verb, whereas we're using an auxiliary verb to make the question. I hope this short lesson helps you understand more about the verb gostar and the preposition de. If you would like your free verb list or adjective, go to the link in the QR code. Click on the extras and download them now. There are other gifts for you too. You can also click on the link below. Sign up now. There are only a limited amount of spaces. So thank you for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to share and tell your friends too, and I will see you next time.